Welcome back. The synergy between corporate organizations and individuals with the Nigeria government, especially in Lagos State, has been a big plus in the battle to defeat the coronavirus infection. This synergy has been the way, or rather, by way of palliative and donations of medical equipment, which has continued. The latest is coming from a private organization based in Lagos State, which donated immune boosting drugs, hand sanitizers, and face masks to the Lagos State government.
Inside the rest of them, but now let me start with him because we started with the business in Ghana. Then we were not in Nigeria. Yeah, Umar, you missed being here. That's the company money.
Hold on.
Inside the rest of them, but now let me start with him because we started with the business in Ghana. Then we were not in Nigeria. Yeah, Umar, you missed being here. That's the company money.
Hold on.
We've donated face masks, hand sanitizers, and it is important that we support the government and corporate citizens and the individual citizens are all together. This pandemic is not something that only one section of the country can handle, and we see it as part of our responsibility to ensure that the humanity around us, our community, we are based in Lagos as our headquarters, and we are not immune from what is going on. And for us to be very well, others around us need to also be well. That's the reason why we chose to make the donations. COVID-19 is real. It's there. People have died from it. It's now going to be a part of the system that we have to live with. So people ought to know that it is really very real. We are a wellness company. We are interested in making sure people are well. And so we know COVID-19 is very real. It's very real. We have people that have died from. We are telling people that this is very, very real. Please, anyone who loves himself and loves his the people around him or her.
It's really all about mainly prevention. So what we have donated today are like part of the PPE, face mask and hand sanitizers, which could help limit or control the spread of the infection from individual to individual. So we believe that our donation at least would help with at least a number of people to have access to these PPE to help to keep themselves and their families safe from contracting the pandemic. Are there people who still believe that COVID-19 is not real? Okay, I'm a medical doctor and I know a number of people that have passed away from COVID. I know families that have lost a number of family members from the same COVID-19. I can tell you right now that there are some centers that are full to the brim and is not even able to take more patients. So COVID-19 is as real as ever. The fact that we are not seeing people die on the roadside does not mean that it doesn't exist. It is real. It has crashed economies around the world. So it is not just a theory. It is actually very real. And there are videos on the internet that actually show people that are suffering and battling these diseases. It is better to believe it and err on the side of caution than to be reckless and endanger your entire family and generation. So COVID-19 is very real. Take it seriously and keep yourself safe by face masks, washing your hands, hand gloves, hand sanitizers and all.
are here to let Lagos State know that Max is a company that is a people-driven company. Everything we do, we want to make sure we put a statement out there that we want to empower people with good health, with significance, okay? And one thing that I love about the company is that they are very passionate about empowerment of women, okay? We've talked about strong Max women. A lot of women are out there, even men and women, you understand? But especially at this time during the pandemic, it's very important that people are looking towards a very, very advanced way to care for their health at this time. And that is what Max is all about. With 25 years scientific research from the United States, our professor is 93 years old. He's still working on the science to make sure we have a very good level of our God-given glutathione, okay? And coupled with that, in a pandemic like this where people are even losing their jobs, they have no way of having financial support, we have a system that we can help people to achieve financial security. So it is our way of coming out to say that we are supporting the fight against COVID-19. We are always going to be out there putting out messages to help people empower themselves, because education is also power. And that is what we are, coming out to support Lagos State here today.
I've seen a lot of youths saying COVID-19 is not real. Even while I walk past the road, they ask me, is COVID-19 still real? But I am giving you guys this message, the youth out there, COVID-19 is real. We have a lot of people who have died from this pandemic, all right? So I would advise you all to make sure you adhere to the government rules of covering your nose, sanitizing your hand and washing your hands. Where you know you are not supposed to be, you don't need to go there. All right, and as much as possible, try to boost your immune system. The more you have a healthy immune system, the better you are from also being safe from the pandemic.
I'd like to, on behalf of the governor and the people of Lagos State, and particularly the Ministry of Health, express the gratitude of the state to all the private sector organizations that have understood that government cannot do this alone, and we need the support of the private sector, and to thank Max International in particular for taking time and money out of their business to come and support the state with these items, the immune supplements, the face masks and the hand sanitizers that they've given to us. We're really grateful to them, and we promise them that these things will be deployed to the front lines to ensure that we protect our health workers and the citizens of Lagos State from COVID-19. The numbers are not going down as much as we would want them to, but it's still a lot better than if we hadn't mounted the response that we've mounted. I read yesterday that some state in the US had over 70-something thousand cases in one day as a record. So we're getting nowhere near that. We're still in the 150s being diagnosed a day. So it's not going down as well as we want it to, but it could be a lot worse. I think people have to understand that COVID-19 really is here, and we all have to play our part in preventing the spread. So on our part, let's wear our masks, let's wash our hands, let's sanitize when we can, and please let's maintain physical distance as much as is possible. If you don't need to be somewhere, don't go there. Stay at home as much as you can.
Hold on.